When Fred reviews the movie and the moonlight is the only light you'll see. Okay, Stand By Me. The name for this movie comes from a song by Benny King. Do 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 do. And yeah, originally it was called The Body, and it's from a novella by Stephen King. And bit of trivia: The Shawshank Redemption and Apt Pupil were also on the novella. So good novella, and yeah. So you had the bones of the story from that novella, and they it sticks pretty close to that story, and yeah, they did a very good job with this. As you can see, I've got the golden hat on. So what does that mean? Yeah, this is a 5-star movie. This is very good. Uh, okay, I'm going to read the back of the box. This is from 1986, and it's set in the 50s. And there's a great soundtrack as well to this. So, in a small, woodsy Oregon town, a group of friends, Sensitive Gordy, Will Wheaton. Now, Will Wheaton, you'll know him from Toy Soldiers, Star Trek: The Next Generation, The Last Starfighter, Flubber, The Big Bang Theory. Tough guy, Chris, River Phoenix. Yeah, taken too soon. And River Phoenix, what was he in? He plays Chris Chambers. He was in The Explorers, Mosquito Coast. He was Harrison Ford's son in that. Little Nikita, Running on Empty, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. He was a young Harrison Ford in that one. I Love You to Death, My Own Private Idaho, Sneakers, and Dogfight. And yeah, his career cut short. It's a shame. He was probably going to be as big as Harrison Ford if he, hadn't passed away so soon. And we keep going with this. Flamboyant Teddy, Corey Feldman. Okay, Corey Feldman. Uh, The Lost Boys, Gremlins, The Goonies, Friday the 13th Part 4, The Burbs, License to Drive. And Scaredy Cat Vern, Jerry O'Connell. Jerry O'Connell, Kangaroo Jack, Sliders TV show, Scream 2, Piranha 3D, Tomcats, Jerry Maguire, Joe's Apartments, and Mission to Mars are in search of a missing teenager's body. Wanting to be heroes in each other's and their hometown's eyes, they set out on an unforgettable 2-day trek that turns out into an odyssey of self discovery. They sneak smokes, tell tall tales, cuss, 'cause it's cool, and band together when the going gets tough. When they encounter the town's knife wielding hoods, who are also after the body, the boys discover a strength they never knew they had. Stand By Me is a rare and special film about friendship and the indelible experiences of growing up. Filled with humour and suspense, it is based on the novella The Body by Stephen King. So, yeah, there you have it. That sums it up nicely. Now, Rob Reiner directed this, and he did a great job. He's done some really classic, great movies. This is Spinal Tap, The Sure Thing, Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, Misery, A Few Good Men, North, North. The American President, Rumor Has It, The Bucket List. So some real classics from that list. He was also actor and writer, so very talented person. And yeah, he did a great job directing this. It's you know okay. So we have Richard Dreyfuss is the narrator on this. He's telling his story. Uh, he's telling the story about himself as a young man, as Gordy LeChance, and he's reminiscing because his friend Chris Chambers has recently been stabbed and killed, and yeah, he's just reminiscing about this incident when they went looking for this body of a kid that got killed near a train track. He got hit by a train, and they wanted to go and find the body and be heroes in the eyes of the town and get on the news and things like that. So Richard Dreyfuss, he plays the writer, and he's also in Jaws, American Graffiti, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Tin Men, Down Out in Beverly Hills, Red, Stakeout, Always, What About Bob, W, and Piranha 3D. So, oh yeah, and Jerry O'Connell was also in Piranha 3D. So, bit of a reunion there. Okay, so yeah, as I said, what a great cast. Four actors who played the leads in this. Again, perfect casting. I think a lot of classic movies have the perfect people playing, the characters, and these four work so well together. And yeah, great casting. The bad guy in this is Kiefer Sutherland, who plays Ace Merrill, and very very good. He has a great voice. He has a great he can do bad guy very well when he wants to. And you've seen Kiefer Sutherland in The Lost Boys, Young Guns, and Young Guns 2, Renegades, Twin Peaks, Fire Walk with Me, A Few Good Men. There you go. He was directed by Rob Reiner in that. Three Musketeers, A Time to Kill, Dark City, 24, the TV show, Flatliners. Yeah, he does a great job in this. He wants to find the body first before he doesn't know the four boys are gone to find the body, but he wants to find the body before them, and that leads to a bit of a showdown at the end with Gordy having a gun. That Who brought the gun? I think it was Teddy Duchamp brought the gun because his father was in the war, and his father is in a mental institution, and that's one of the you know one of the dramatic stories in this, that he's trying to deal with that stigma of having his father in a mental asylum. There's some great supporting cast as well with Casey Sesmesco as Billy Tessio. We have Bradley Craig as Eyeball Chambers, and we have John Cusack as Denny LeChance, who's Gordy LeChance's brother, but has passed away in a traffic accident. And John Cusack, you may know him from Gross Point Blank, High Fidelity, Say Anything, The Grifters, Con Air, Being John Malkovich, Better Off Dead, and The Sure Thing. And Rob Reiner also directed him in The Sure Thing. So yeah, brilliant cast in this. Flawless. The cinematography is great. Soundtrack, directing, and you have a great story. So you have all these elements that come together to make this a really classic 5-star movie. And yeah, there's great scenes with a bridge. They have to get across the bridge. A train's coming. They go to a scrapyard, and they get chased by a dog. All these sort of, they don't seem that big. They don't seem that big when you look at them, but for the kids that it's happened to, the big deals. Yeah, the train coming across the bridge, and they have to get off the bridge before the train comes. Um, they go into a swamp and get leeches. Gordy tells us a campfire story. Gordy, of course, wants to be a writer, and he tells his story that he's just written to the guys about lard ass and pie eating competition, which is very funny. And then we get to the showdown at the end, where the four need to deal with Ace Merrill taking the body from them and taking the glory from them. And so yeah, really tense scene there. So yeah, this it's an hour and a half long, but it's a really good hour and a half, and yeah, it feels like it's a boys can relate more to this story than girls, but I'm sure girls can enjoy it too. But yeah, I remember watching this as a kid and really enjoying it, and had a rewatch recently, and it still holds up very well and really enjoyable. And yeah, can't praise it anymore. It's definitely a great watch and well worth a watch, and shows you that Stephen King not only writes horror thrillers, he he can write a lot of other stories that don't have to have that horror element. But yeah, Stand by Me, aka The Body, check it out. Fred MacGuffin reviewed Stand by Me. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Hold everything. Hold on. I didn't give it the officially now. 5 out of 5. This is highly recommended. Check it out. You'll enjoy it. Fred MacGuffin review.